Hello, everyone. This is Pete Hicks. Thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode of Lay Me Down. If you want to know more or see some pictures about what we're up to up here in northern Idaho, go to laymedownpodcast.com. You can find us on Facebook, Lay Me Down Podcast, and also on Instagram. If you like these podcasts and would like to help us make them, you can go to laymedownpodcast.com and follow the donate button and give us a one-time gift, or you can join the Mycelium Collective through Patreon and become a monthly supporter of what we're doing. We'd also really like to hear from you to see how this podcast is landing. We get to see how many people are downloading it, but we don't get to hear the story so much. So if you would leave us a comment on our Facebook page or send us a message at pete@laymedownpodcast.com. We would really love to hear from you, get to know you a little bit as this podcast, you're getting to know us. We really believe in community, and this is obviously far-flung, going out around the world, but we'd still like to know you, and who knows when we can meet face-to-face. Thank you for joining us on Lay Me Down.
Lay Me Down is an invitation to rest and breathe and give thanks. Guided by storytellers, troubadours, poets, mystics, misfits, and makers of mayhem, our aim is to create a space where we can lay down our anxieties and troubles, where we can hear songs and stories and voices that lead us home.
Welcome to Lay Me Down. I'm your host, Pete Hicks. This week we have the music of Rich Hordinski from Cincinnati, Ohio. Many years ago I had the opportunity to work as an intern with him in his studio. What I learned in that time about life, about music, about recording stands out as a turning point for me. And I'm forever grateful for Rich and his patience, his ability to teach, and the way he looks at this world, and the way he's consistently brought forth beautiful pieces of music into this world in collaborations with many different great artists. If you want to know more about Rich, go to richhordinskimusic.com. That's RICHORDINSKI music.com. So grateful to have him on Lay Me Down. Grateful that you're along with us.
So, this is by Wendall Berry, a local treasure here in the Midwest. And this is Manifesto, the Mad Farmer Liberation Front. Love the quick profit, the annual raise, vacation with pay. Want more of everything ready-made. Be afraid to know your neighbors and to die. And you will have a window in your head. Not even your future will be a mystery anymore. Your mind will be punched in a card and shut away in a little drawer. When they want you to buy something, they will call you. When they want you to die for profit, they will let you know. So friends, every day do something that won't compute. Love the Lord, love the world, work for nothing. Take all that you have and be poor. Love someone who does not deserve it. Denounce the government and embrace the flag. Hope to live in that free republic for which it stands. Give your approval to all you cannot understand. Praise ignorance, for what man has not encountered, he is not destroyed. Ask the questions that have no answers. Invest in the millennium. Plant sequoias. Say that your main crop is the forest that you did not plant, that you will not live to harvest. Say that the leaves are harvested when they have rotted into the mold. Call that prophet. Prophesy such returns. Put your faith in the 2 inches of humus that will build under the trees every 1,000 years. Listen to carrion. Put your ear close and hear the faint chattering of the songs that are to come. Expect the end of the world. Laugh. Laughter is immeasurable. Be joyful, though you've considered all the facts. So long as women do not go cheap for power, please women more than men. Ask yourself, will this satisfy a woman satisfied to bear a child? Will this disturb the sleep of a woman near to giving birth? Go with your love to the fields. Lie easy in the shade. Rest your head in her lap. Swear allegiance to what is nighest in your thoughts. As soon as the generals and the politicos can predict the movements of your mind, lose it. Leave it as a sign to mark the false trail, the way you didn't go. Be like the fox who makes more tracks than necessary, some in the wrong direction. Practice resurrection.
For the Interim Time by John O'Donohue. When near the end of day, life is drained out of light, and it is too soon for the mind of night to have darkened things. No place looks like itself, loss of outline makes everything look strangely in between, unsure of what has been or what might come. In this wan light, even trees seem groundless. In a while it will be night, but nothing here seems to believe the relief of dark. You are in this time of the interim, where everything seems withheld. The path you took to get here has washed out, the way forward is still concealed from you. The old is not old enough to have died away, the new is still too young to be born. You cannot lay claim to anything in this place of dusk. Your eyes are blurred, and there is no mirror. Everyone else has lost sight of your heart, and you can see nowhere to put your trust. You know you have to make your own way through. As far as you can, hold your confidence. Do not allow your confusion to squander this call which is loosening your roots in false ground, that you might become free from all you have outgrown. What is being transfigured here is your mind, and it is difficult and slow to become new. The more faithfully you can endure here, the more refined your heart will become for your arrival in the new dawn.
So this song, Wait for the Light, I wrote right before the end of 2019. And I had been thinking, and I think reading about how so many cultures have a ritual about the turning of the tide when the longest night begins to shorten and the days start to lengthen. Hanukkah, Christmas, so many rituals. And I was thinking about waiting for the light, and this was pre-COVID, and we certainly had enough in our little corner of the world to worry about without COVID. Then when things got crazy a few months later, it became obvious that people were listening to the song in a different way, thinking about waiting and being patient. And, I think about that line in When I Consider How My Light Is Spent, that they also serve who only stand and wait. And I sort of cross-reference that in my tradition, we do a lot of sitting, which is a kind of waiting. And there's a certain kind of beauty in a waiting that doesn't have an expectation of anything. So I couple that with some other references in this song. I hope you like it.
There's a sliver of moon climbing over the hill. The night's too big to swallow, it's too tough to kill. You're too footsore to run, and you're too worn to fight. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. You sat in the garden with your back to the wall, afraid to sit pretty, afraid to stand tall. You ate of the fruit, still you don't know what's right. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, wait for the light, like a babe in the cradle with the shutters drawn tight. When the oil in your lamp won't last the night, you just close your eyes and wait for the light. In a fallow field waiting till spring is in sight, or you sag and you sing and you break in the night, 'cause your heart is a sparrow that's too tired to take flight. So you close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, oh wait for the light. Close your eyes and wait for the light. When you hear the chain creaking and the collar seems tight, you just close your eyes and wait for the light. Wait for the light, wait for the light. Close your eyes and wait for the light. when there's no land in sight, you just close your eyes and wait for the light.
For Courage by John O'Donohue. When the light around you lessens and your thoughts darken until your body feels fear turn cold as a stone inside. When you find yourself bereft of any belief in yourself and all you unknowingly leaned on has fallen. When one voice commands your whole heart and it is raven dark. Steady yourself and see that it is your own thinking that darkens your world. Search and you will find a diamond thought of light. Know that you are not alone and that this darkness has purpose. Gradually, it will school your eyes to find the one gift your life requires, hidden within this night corner. Invoke the learning of every suffering you have suffered. Close your eyes, gather all the kindling about your heart to create one spark. That is all you need to nourish the flame that will cleanse the dark of its weight of festered fear. A new confidence will come alive to urge you toward higher ground, where your imagination will learn to engage difficulty as its most rewarding threshold.
This is another short poem I really like. It's called The Thing Is by Ellen Bass. To love life, to love it even when you have no stomach for it and everything you've held dear crumbles like burnt paper in your hands, your throat filled with the silt of it. When grief sits with you, its tropical heat thickening the air, heavy as water, more fit for gills than lungs. When grief weights you like your own flesh, only more of it, an obesity of grief. You think, how can a body withstand this? Then you hold life like a face between your palms, a plain face, no charming smile, no violet eyes, and you say, yes, I will take you, I will love you again. Whatever is good and true, whatever sings and dances and reminds you of what matters, embrace it. Whatever wakes you up to who you are and who you are meant to become, welcome it. Whatever will bring the harvest, sow it in the earth and give thanks.
You've been listening to the music of Rich Hordinski. Go to richhordinskimusic.com to find out more about Rich, or laymedownpodcast.com. Rich read the poem Manifesto, The Mad Farmer Liberation Front by Wendall Berry, and The Thing Is by Ellen Bass. I read a couple of poems from John O'Donohue, a book of blessings called To Bless the Space Between Us. John O'Donohue is fast becoming one of my favorites. This book has a blessing for most events that take place in our life. Lay Me Down is a production of the Mycelium Collective, which exists to galvanize local and international communities towards greater trust and unity through creative collaboration. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Until then, be at peace.